Health is a wealth. Welcome to another episode of Healing into Femininity. It's me, Joanna, your host, and let's dive right in. So, health is wealth. I know it's not a really original topic, but it's just what it is. So, let's dive right in. I just watched another content creators. Actually, she's a health professional who has been in the industry for 40 years, and I just watched a video. And if you don't know, I am a certified health coach as well. I am a certified nutritionist focused on gut health, but it's really holistic health. And I just had like two things happening to me today where I felt like, okay, let me contemplate a little bit or let me share that with you. So, number one, why I actually got so heavily into health was always like, first of all, I feel like I have always been interested in health. When I was in my youth, I was a very skinny child. I was a very skinny, active, agile, sport interested child. I did karate. I was in the circus. I danced like for my whole youth. But then maybe like when puberty hit, I gained weight. So I got some love handles, and I think like all through puberty, that was a little bit of a maybe, yeah, it's a time where I was a little chubby. Like I was never really overweight, but I had like these love handles, and I actually had big breasts in my teenage years. And then coming to the end of my teenage years, like when I started dating, I think around 17, 18, 19, 20, this is where kind of got on a more conscious health journey. So today I'm 35, and I have been on that health journey for a while. Also, not only because of beauty reasons, which I believe is a big part, definitely, and I don't want to deny it. And I believe for most women, actually, they will do things that will lead to outward beauty, but which is not very healthy. So I have friends or a friend who is very skinny, like she has more of a supermodel body, but she's actually like not necessarily healthy, or she also went on an internal health journey. So I really want to bring some nuance, because like we can come into the topic of health for beauty reasons, and then most of the time we are more on the shallow side. So maybe you are getting beauty treatments, right? You're getting like facials and skin clearing, and maybe, especially this is what I noticed with Black women. Um, I'm mixed. So my dad is Ghanaian, my mom is white, German, and I've seen many women growing up, like more the Black women, who have had a very athletic body just naturally. Like they didn't do anything for it, they didn't do any sports, but they had the muscles, right? They had the muscular structures, the arms were toned, the ass is round and things like that. So I think a lot of Black women, which I've seen, like they had this athletic body without actually ever doing sports, which is beautiful. It's a gift. But at the same time, I feel like if you are only doing it for the looks, sometimes you can still miss out on the real health benefits. Because if you have this body, you don't necessarily feel the urge to go to the gym or work out or walk and do the things that are actually good for your inner like system, right? And then there are people coming into the topic of health from a I want to be beautiful, yeah, because maybe you're not naturally gifted with the body that looks good, but is still not really maintained. So you want to lose weight, and you want to maybe do it in a fast way, or you want to do it in a way that that doesn't really require you to learn. And I want to say to both, um the best way to start a health journey, my opinion, and this is what I want to invite you into, is to educate yourself about what is actually healthy. Yeah, so educate yourself on health, and which is a composition. Haven't really, like, I'm not going to go too deep into it because it's not currently my focus. It's my background, and a lot of it is kind of ingrained in me. And now with watching this video, I felt like, okay, let me pull out the things that I know as well. So health, for me personally, I talk about holistic health. So it is not only the physical, but everything is connected. And that is the number one thing when I speak about holistic health. It's important to understand that our physical health is reflected in our mental health, in our emotional health, and then at the end, also in our financial health, in our relational health, in our business health. So every part of health kind of reflects into another part of our holistic system. And when I speak about holistic health, I mean a life that is healthy. Okay. And the number one thing that I want to talk to you about today is just a little bits and pieces about more of the nutritionist side and more of the physical side. Okay. And so the thing here is that how are we going about health? So I don't want to start at Adam and Eve, but I want to give you a few things that you can do or change that will make a long-term impact, positive impact on your overall health. So number one, your sleep. So let's start with sleep. I'm going through the day, yeah, and to give you just a few hacks that I use. So number one, sleep, very important. Sometimes I believe everybody should know that by now, but we're no longer, and especially not over here on my channel, we're not hustling and grinding. If you still have to do that, I respect that. That's okay. You got to do what you got to do, but try to prioritize your health in general. And I will also mention a few things that you can cut out so you can prioritize your health. Okay, so number one is get in a good night's sleep. So if you can go to bed at around the same time, make sure that you get off of your phone at least an hour to half an hour before you go to bed. I myself don't always achieve that myself. So I don't want to be a hypocrite, but that's just a recommendation. So get some downtime, like do your beauty routine, and also, yeah, maybe do a little evening ritual or evening meditation, calm down, affirm, pray, reflect on the day, journal. This is amazing. Like, this is literally healthy. Or set the goals for the next day, set the routine for the next day. This is what you can do before you go to bed. Then get in at least your 7 to 8 hours of sleep. Wake up, and then now there are a few hacks here. Okay, so I like recommend to have breakfast, because so many people are doing this intermittent fasting thing because they think it's gonna like activate this more of the body fat burning until noon. I actually feel like and have experienced that if you don't eat, you will be more hungry in the noon, and then you might eat something that is not beneficial to your overall metabolism. So you start maybe with bread, or you start with carbs, with high or what is it called in English? Sorry, but the carbs that are easily broken down into sugar. So this gets up your metabolism or your blood sugar, and then insulin has to come out, and this raises, yeah, your glucose levels and things like that. Okay, so but what is the recommendation? Start the morning with low sugar, definitely low sugar, low carbs, and with high protein. Okay, so this could be a smoothie with greens and not so much with fruits. If fruits, then like berries or green apples, the fruits that don't have a lot of glucose or fructose, but really are more on a, yeah, on a the antioxidant fruits like berries, and yeah, the more sour fruits, right? And or get in the eggs. If you eat if you eat animal products, eggs, and yeah, really more of fat, protein kind of food. I also feel that it gives me a lot of, yeah, satisfaction. It makes me full. It keeps me full for a long time, and it definitely keeps down the glucose. So if you also here want to drink coffee, it's best to drink it after your meal, the first meal in the morning, because also coffee will kick in your blood sugar, and it will just make you, what happens, it like it rises and then it falls. That's why you maybe are hungry faster after you drink your morning coffee on an empty stomach, or you will crave sugar and carbs. Yeah, so this goes hand in hand with a quick rise of glucose and then a quick fall. So I recommend in the morning, don't necessarily drink your coffee on an empty stomach. If you drink coffee, this is also something like you can put in this, like this, what is it called? The a bulletproof coffee with the butter. Or I like to drink my coffee with cream, so to have some fat in the coffee. This will also help to slow down the coffee digestion. So it's not going to be like this quick rise. And I think it tastes better with cream. So I am not a big fan of low fat, which is also like a myth that is age old. I don't know if some people still think that that's the goal, or that's the hack to have low fat. No, it's actually good to have healthy fats. It's actually very good to have healthy fats. So two tricks in the morning: don't drink your coffee on an empty stomach if you drink coffee at all. And the best is to start with some kind of protein. It can also be protein gets broken down into amino acids, and you can also find amino acids in green leafy vegetables. So that's where the smoothie comes in. Yeah. Okay, so then the next thing that I want to recommend, just as a little tip, again, it's just a little video. Maybe I'm going to do something that goes more into depth, but therefore I have to look into my books again. And currently, I really want to share more about, yeah, let's say more of a social dynamic, maybe spiritual empowerment, personal empowerment, how to build your self-esteem content. So, but this is a part of it, definitely. A holistic, healthy life comes with holistic nutrition, health, sleep, and things like that. Okay, so what else I would recommend is to cut out the short carbohydrates. I don't know if that's how you say it in English, but the carbohydrates like white flour, like yeah, like white bread and the sugars and things like that, to cut that out. And actually not only to like supplement it, or to complement it with, not complement, supplement, like to exchange not only for whole grain, which is a better option, whole grain rice or whole grain um, wheat. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of wheat, but whole grain is always better because there's more fiber, and then it also takes longer to break down into sugar, because high carbohydrates break down into sugars. But what are really my favorite foods here, my favorite alternatives, that's the word. My favorite alternatives are pseudo or pseudo carbs. And this is quinoa. This is, oh, oh God, I forgot. Okay, I'm sorry. It's not so well prepared. I don't know the names in English. So quinoa, buckwheat, yes, buckwheat is a good one. And also, what is it called? Teff, yeah, but also like these little yellowish um balls. I will have to look it up. Maybe I'm going to put it in the description down below. So these are my favorite pseudo carbs. And I love quinoa. I think it's the best food. I love to put some coconut oil in my quinoa with a little bit of salt and a little bit of maybe turmeric or chili, just to have some taste. I could eat that and I feel so satisfied in my stomach. It feels so good, so nurturing, so saturating. It just gives me like this holy good feeling in my guts. Yeah, so this is really my number one go-to tip if you want to exchange carbs, right? If you don't want to eat carbs so much, but you still want this hearty feeling, use quinoa, buckwheat, and I will have to check what the other thing is. Yeah, and then of course also eat your green leafy vegetables, right? Iceberg salad is not a green leafy vegetable. It's not even really a vegetable. I don't know. There's no chlorophyll in it. Chlorophyll is what makes vegetables green. So eat your salads, your arugula, your spinach, your what else is the green, like the big leafy green vegetables. So that you can go with that in general. That's always good. And then of course also um your other legumes, your other vegetables. And very important again here is to look out that you don't eat too much of the starchy vegetables. Vegetables are amazing. If you don't really eat vegetables, then you can start with basically everything, but I'm going to give you a little heads up here. Is it's not really the carrot. You know, carrots are very starchy and they will be broken down into carbohydrates and also sugars again. So everything that is very hard, um, it- it's carrots and it's also um what is it? Like beets, like the root vegetables, most of the time they are very starchy. I don't say that you should never eat them, but eat it with caution because they're also carbs. Yeah, so you can go lean more to the side of the more watery vegetables like cucumber, tomatoes, um, zucchini, things like that. Yeah, this is a little hack as well. And then also, what else? Yeah, and of course, also eat protein. So if you eat meat, you can eat your meats, you can eat your chicken, you can eat your grass-fed like steaks and things like that. And this is always good. Like this is always good if you want to, yeah, keep your blood sugar on a stable line. And also it will help you to build, like help you build muscles, but only of course if you also exercise. And this is the next thing that I want to talk about. So we talk a little bit about nutrition. So get in your protein, get in your green leafy vegetables. I have been vegan for a long time and it actually I think it did me good and I can't do that. Still I incorporated meat again. So I eat meat. I do eat healthy fats a lot. This is actually currently what I lean towards, but I still have like the basic knowledge of vegan food. I am actually certified in like vegan food, Ayurveda, and yeah, and raw foods. Like this is actually what I learned. So, and also knowing the pitfalls of veganism and raw foods is like sometimes people overdo it and they do it in a raw, like in they eat too much of the sugary food. So just eating a lot of fruits, like high glucose fruits with a high glycemic index, which will always make your blood sugar rise and then fall. This is also something that will make you tired, you know, like just like with the coffee, it rises and then it falls. So it's not very good because then your body has to use extra energy to get you up and then it's like a roller coaster ride and a roller coaster ride never feels good. We want to be more on a stable frequency. Yeah, so one of the pitfalls with too much, like if you're a vegan, don't try to eat too much fruit. Yeah, or also fruit as snacks all the time. I would be cautious with it depending on where you are, on your scale, like how much you move. If you have any preconditions, I don't know. This is not a, like, I can't advise you with this channel, but just in general, too much fruit is not good, especially the high glycemic fruits, because we are living in a time where most of the fruits, even though they might have been healthy, most of the fruits are so, um, even if they're not like genetically modified, which when it's not on the label, most of the fruits are being, um, how do you say, like they are grown into a form, a version of themselves where there's more and more sugar in the fruit, because people's tastes have changed and people like the fruits to be sweet. So this is what the food industry has done. So now the oranges are more sweet and things like that. So this is even worse. Like the vitamins are not there, but there's more sugar, and the sugar takes its toll on the body. Yeah. So be aware of that. So for snacks, I would always recommend more of, you can eat fruits, of course, but also vegetables, or maybe protein, or in some shape or form, flax seeds, chickpeas, beans, yeah, things like that. Yeah. And but talking about exercise, so me personally, my exercise regimen, I currently don't go to the gym. I have like a summer break, but I do my home workout, and I most of the time do like a full body, high intensity workout. So jumping, squats, um, burpees, and things like that. Just moving my whole body with like strength exercise and movement, sit-ups, push-ups, things like that. But what I just listen to and focus on, and this is really putting attention on health, and also building muscle, also as women. And I said I'm 35, right? Time is ticking, and I can feel it. I can feel it even though I feel very fit. Mm. And I feel like my body has a good muscle memory. And because I continue to work out with body weight, I still feel very good. But our body lose muscle mass like in our 30s. So that's right where I am. And they talked about it. So we want to focus on building, or especially maintaining, right? So we have to counteract. We have to build muscles, right? Build muscles, because our muscles are what keeps us healthy, right? What keeps us strong, what keeps us fit, what keeps us from becoming fragile, right? Becoming fragile and skin hanging around and things like that. We want to be strong. We want to be strong as women. So, yeah, just a little encouragement to not shy away from actually building muscle using your own body weight, doing push-ups, pull-ups, things like that. Yeah, squats and lunges and things like that. So you are actually, yeah, building strength, or also working with weights. If you go to the gym, or if you want to go to the gym, yeah, use weights to build strong muscles also as a woman, right? It's just a little reminder. Again, as I said, I felt motivated to just share that today. And another thing, of course, again, is what else do I have here? Mm-mm-mm, mm-mm-mm. Yeah. Of course, okay, let me talk about it in a holistic way, to supplement, as a supplementation. Supplementation, I'm a big fan of supplementation, just due to the fact that the foods, as I just mentioned a little bit, the foods that we eat today, even if it's organic, or even if we think it's somehow kind of decent quality, most of the foods that we eat today, they don't have the nutritious value that they used to have maybe 100 years ago or something, due to industrialization, due to the earth and the soil not having the nutrients anymore, because we kind of exploit the soil for production, 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 production. There's not no variety. Yeah, there's no variety of bacteria and nutrients in the soil, so the soil can't give the nutrients to the food, and then therefore the food cannot give it back to us. So I'm a big fan of supplementation. and definitely supplementation in the micronutrients like iron and magnesium and calcium and things like that. The vitamin, the fat solution vitamins. Um, yeah. Okay. I am not prepared. I'm just going into it, like just really sharing. Um, I was just inspired to share this, but just to give you a little, okay, if you want to go deeper into it, let me see if I'm going to dive deeper into it or just go find another health channel. But definitely, this is also what you're going to find here. So also, yeah, maybe add supplementations in terms of protein. If you're a vegan or if you have a like a low protein diet, maybe use some high quality protein powder or also use yeah, use electrolytes if you drink a lot of water. So your body is also getting the minerals or the electrolytes that it needs. Um, yeah, so really focus on supplementation. Very basic. It's just a little inspiration today. And also, again, I am all like, let's talk about holistic health. So there are so many programs coming out, and me too. Like, I have three amazing programs. I'm a certified life coach. Also, one of my programs, or most of my programs, but one particularly goes like a full months into health as well. But I'm a certified life coach, learned from one of the best teachers I would say in the world. And this is what I do. So, what I want to speak about in terms of health, food is very important. Everything I shared is very important. Exercise is important. Walking, being outside, nature, connecting to nature, breathing fresh air, going to sleep. But another thing that is the number one um, health enemy of today is stress, right? Stress coming from what? Most of our stress come from our relationship with people, with society, with our job. But what is the stress connected to our job? It's the stress connected to having to deal with colleagues, with a boss, with deadlines, which is also connected to people. So that's why I also, after my nutrition training, I became the certified life coach, going into higher and higher education with my mentor and the faculty. Because for me, I realized that health is really about is holistic health, right? This is one factor, but if you don't set boundaries, and that's the number one thing, this is what I want to leave you with, is the number one stress that maybe think that this is the way life's supposed to be, is that you don't have to entertain too many people, right? Sometimes we think we have to maintain relationships with our family, our extended family, with friends and with colleagues, and being social. I mean, yeah, we are human being. It's called like we're social creatures. Yeah, sure, we're not an island, but the number one health and life success hack I can give you is to reduce stress through reducing contact with the people. This might sound harsh, but saying no, to say no to invitations, say no to additional work that somebody wants you to do, say no to, yeah, that's basically it. Invitations, whether it be family or work colleagues or any demands that other people are making on you, just to say no so you can focus and protect and guard your health, your mental health, your emotional health, your physical health, your financial health, your spiritual health, your life. To guard your life, to guard your body, to guard your space, right? And the number one hack here is to dare That's literally it, to dare to say no and to prioritize your health and to, yeah, to prioritize your health and to prioritize your holistic health, right? In order to create your dream life, I always say, in order to create your dream life, you have to protect your dream life, because your dream life is like a walled garden. It's like a garden, this beautiful garden. Like, you have your fountain, which is kind of at the center of the garden. Your fountain of energy coming through you is your body, your fountain, this water coming all through you. And the first thing you do with this energy is you recycle it back into your body. So you invest your energy. The water is the representation of your energy. So you use this water, you use this energy to invest back into your body. So you invest into the things I just mentioned, into sleep, into proper nutrition, into maintaining a stable energy level throughout the day. Is to be at peace. Is to create a life where you won't be distracted by the demands of other people towards you while you are in the flow. Yeah, get yourself good night's sleep. And you can do those things even if you're still in a, let's say, more of a hustle job, or more of in a demanding situation, whether you are wherever you are in your life, whether you're in a relationship, whether you have kids or whatever. It is really about daring to say no to many demands that people, not life. Like, some people try to mystify it and say the demands that life has on you. What is life? Other people, other people are making those demands on you. And I think through this deep conditioning of us women wanting, like, we somehow we even like to take care of people. We like to say yes. We like to be sociable. We like to be part of the mix. I have been there too. But I have realized, like, on this journey, it has been now 9 years or something. I have my certification right there. It's 8 years since I became a nutritionist, and then it has been like now I think 7 years since I became a life coach. So I have had time to practice what I'm preaching, and now I live a very stress-free life because I have created time and space. I know not everybody is there, but I want to show you, or I want to show you where the road is heading. If you want to create a holistically healthy life, the number one thing is to guard your life, is to protect your life, to protect your energy. And coming back and rounding off with the analogy of this garden, right? You are the fountain. You are the fountain of youth. You have this energy spring, which is literally your energy, right? Your body, your like your energy that flows through your body. And we have like a certain amount of energy every day. This is like a glass full of water. Every day you get a glass full of water. That's your energy. And you decide how you are going to allocate this water to nurture and to help grow the areas in your life that you want to see grow. So the first thing we want to invest this energy back into us is our body, literally through drinking water and working out, getting out, and doing the things you love, and all of that. And then, of course, being with a selective group of people if you can, right? If you can, I know not everybody can, but really be selective with your energy. Then also how to allocate the energy into your work, trying to be efficient, right? Do the high payoff skills first. Yeah. And then also we don't do it, we probably don't do it on an everyday basis, but also to allocate some time and some energy to be a steward of our money, right? For the money coming in, what are we doing it? What are we doing with it? Like, these are the 4 areas that we want to cultivate in order to create our dream life. Yeah. So this was it. I think that's really just a little nugget right here, just a little inspiration, because I am a health nut. I am I love health. I love beauty. I love to know about the inner workings of my body. As I started with at the beginning of this video, I think some people come from different avenues, right? So just maybe you just want to look good, which is totally valid, or some people just really want to change something about their energy levels and their maybe want to lose weight. And the number one thing is to educate yourself. I hope I gave you a little bit, maybe just a reminder, or maybe something that you didn't know before. And it's literally that easy. If you want more support, I offer consultations. My first consultation you will find on my website, joannafatonji.com. You can book it with the Calendly link, and it's a 45 minutes or 60-minute consultation, and it is the first contact with me, and it depends on what topic is important to you. So with this consultation, we will find out, and the clearer you are, the clearer we can get to the nitty gritty. So we get into the consultation, and then we will see, okay, what is your topic, right? Is it food? Is it relationships? Is it self-worth? Is it clarity on your life goal, on your life vision? Do you want to create a design? Is it boundaries? We will find that out. Like, I am quite quick at discerning where you are on your journey. And then I will propose to you what you could do. I am not a fan of quick fixes. Sometimes a 45 to 60-minute conversation can be helpful, just like with a therapist. I personally believe that with me bringing all the expertise that I bring, I think it can be very action oriented. Like, it's not just talking. I will definitely give you a prescription at the end of the consultation. But the thing that I will definitely um, prescribe to you is one of my full-on mentorship courses. And the first course that I invite my clients into is the Dream Builder program. It is a 12-week, robust, rich, proven, repeatable, reliable system of personal transformation. Step one is to create your life design and to create your goal. Yeah. And then we go through a process of, let me call it, shedding the old and building the new, and really becoming a transformed version of yourself in the area that you choose to focus on, whether it be health, relationships, career, or money. Yeah. It's up to you. And most of the time, even when you focus on one area heavily, all the other areas will get transformed as well, because you transform. And that is the main focus of my work, is personal transformation. Personal transformation means that you are releasing old limiting beliefs, feeling habits, so you will create new results. Yeah. And even if you think you're only focusing on one area, it will reflect on all other areas, because those principles that we work with, they're universal, and they will affect your holistic life. Yeah, because yeah, changing one area will not leave the rest out, because you will change. Okay, so if that's interesting to you, again, head over to joannafatonji.com or write me an email under info@joannafatonji.com. I'm looking forward to hear from you. And until then, take care. Bye-bye.